We've got a lot.
So part of it is that, and this goes back to one of the main things that we always return to here, and that is we have to establish community.
Yes.
Right? We have to establish community, and you know, there's so much that happens in our communities that it's problematic. So, for example, you have middle class women, right? Middle class women, women who were raised in a decent family, a father and a mother in the house, and then this girl, she marries a Muslim, right? Whether he's foreign or not, it doesn't matter. She marries a Muslim, and this Muslim gets her pregnant, and then after he gets her pregnant, right, he leaves her. So who's raising the child? This woman, and I mentioned middle class for a reason, because this woman who had two parents that took care of her, raised her, protected her, guarded her, right? Mm-hmm. This man came, promised her the world, promised her Islam. She became a Muslim. She changed her life, right? Perhaps even losing her family. Right? Goes and lives with him. He gets her impregnated and he leaves. Now, where is she going? Because she has no community support. She has no family support, right? Her husband left her. So we have women, Muslim women, living in shelters because their husband slept with them to get a green card, got the green card and left, leaving them with children.
I've got two brothers right now from different countries. That's the first question.
We have Americans who will treat the woman like she's a whore, give her her dowry, sleep with her 3 months, and then leave out, right? And if she's pregnant, so what, right? And so they leave these women scarred and traumatized and stuck in a situation. Not just those who end up in shelters, even though we have sisters that are ending up in shelters because the brothers aren't being men. But on top of that, we have these sisters who are now on welfare. They're dependent upon Section 8. They have to get food stamps to take care of a child that the man abandoned.
Right.
When it's his responsibility to take care of that child. Right? And so it's a problem. And then we have Malik, and we're like, oh, Malik, Salaam alaikum. He's like, I ain't Muslim. Oh, but your name's Malik. Oh, my dad was a Muslim. Where's your dad at? Oh, he's in prison. Right? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Is your mom still practicing? No, my mom, whatever the case might be. Right? Why? Because the father didn't do what the father's supposed to do. And I'll go a step farther, since I already said our women aren't whores. The fact is, I was told something 2 weeks ago, and it floored me, right? We all know the deal, right? We've been around the block too many times, right? You come to the masjid, brother just come home, whatever the situation, he's selling oils. Okay, he got his beret on with the oil, his shotgun shell oils. He's selling oils, he's selling incense. That's cool. It's been a hustle in the Muslim community for 50 years. Not a big deal. I hear these brothers selling turtles. Going around selling turtles. I don't even know what that means. I actually, when I heard that, I thought they was lying. I thought they was joking.
What do you mean turtles?
If that's what I said. What do you mean they sell turtles?
Real turtles?
They're taking turtles, putting turtles in cages, carrying it around, saying anybody want a turtle. Who the hell wants to buy a turtle? Right?
People do buy turtles, though.
Not like that.
It's not a side hustle, man. Go to PetSmart.
Right.
These brothers are selling. Listen, I'm bringing this up not because the brothers have got a hustle. Brothers got a hustle. The brothers got a hustle. Ain't no thing. But these are brothers who want 2 wives.
Right.
How are you going to support 2 wives selling turtles? How are you going to support 2 wives selling turtles? You got a wife on welfare, a wife on Section 8, a wife on food stamps. You out there selling turtles, and you try and get a second wife? What the hell is wrong with our community? And then we don't know what's wrong with our youth? This is what's wrong with our youth. If we can't protect our women, if we can't provide for our women, if we can't maintain our women, then we're not men. It's really that simple. And that's the bitter truth that nobody wants to listen to. If we're not doing what we're supposed to, oh, brother, we're allowed to have 2 or 3 or 4. If you can't maintain them, have 1. And if you can't maintain that 1, then be patient.
Right.
Get yourself together. Right? This is the reality.
It's going to come back on you when you stand before Allah. You're going to have 2, 3, 4 women who've been put through hell.
Trauma.
And they're going to be ratting you out
and
in front of Allah.
Even the women, because somebody could say, well, these women out here sleeping around and these women doing this and that. How many of these women that are doing this are doing it, A, because we're preying upon them, right? Oh, sister, I'll marry you. Let me, come meet me here. Let's have a sit down. Your sit down turns into dinner. Your dinner turns into sex, right? This is a reality. And then, oh, I don't want to marry her. She's a loose woman. What? You're the one that did it, right?
It's crazy.
You have these situations, and then what's worse, they'll call them names and things like that. But the fact is that who treated the sister right? Who showed the sister that she could be better? Who showed the sister what it meant to be honored and dignified? Right? So we make it, we blame the victims, and the women are the victims because it's our responsibility to protect them. That's right? Even, oh, well, she's from the streets. You can't wife a street, I'm not going to use the language, but the fact is that the fact of the matter is you're blaming the victim because they're that way because ain't nobody ever showed them another way to be.
Right.
And that's our job. That's our job. Right? SubhanAllah. The fact of the matter is that I understand we get hit with hard times. And in fact, I'll tell you now, and I say these things, and I'm not a fearmonger, but we got to be real. The economy is what it is. Excuse me. Diesel is what it is, right? The life that we're used to right now ain't gonna be like this next year. People need to stock up. Get some macaroni and cheese. Get some lentils. Get some chickpeas. Get some rice. Get some dry food and put it up because we're probably gonna need it. What I'm trying to say is we might face hard times. Brothers might lose their jobs. Brothers might not be able to take care of their family. And they might need welfare. That happens to people. It happens. That's life, right? We go through things. But when you go through it, be real about it and say, I can't take care of 2 wives. I can't take care of 2 wives. I already have a wife. We're struggling. And I'm going to focus all of my energy on this family that I already have. Because that's what I'm supposed to do. I will scrape and scrounge, and I will do what I have to do as a man to provide and protect my family. That don't mean Allah said I can have 2, 3, or 4, so I'm going to go out and sell turtles. No, that's not how we're supposed to be. And I say that in amazement. I didn't, like I said, when I was told about this, I
knew a brother when I was in D.C. This was years ago. He used to sell oils.
No.
And he told me some weeks he made $1,000.
This is the thing.
And he would, his routes was in the subway station.
I can name brothers right in the city
that
live good lives.
Yeah.
I know a brother who's buying a house in the suburbs, and that's his only job is selling oils. That's his only job. And he's been doing it since I've been Muslim. So over 25 years he's been doing that, right?
Okay. But he built his business.
Exactly. He built himself up. He's not, and I'm saying even the young brothers who are just picking it up as a hustle, I'm not denigrating that. That's a hustle. A hustle is good, right? But what I'm saying to you is that don't be out there selling $5 things of oil, incense, bringing home $20 at night, selling turtles, and think that you're going to get a second wife. Right? That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying you can't maintain a family on that. Like I said, I've said it, a hustle is a hustle. And any hustle a person can get is good. Right? You want to make some money? Make some money. I encourage you to make all the money in the world. But if you cannot maintain a family, if you got a wife on welfare, don't go and say, well, I'm making money, I'm doing this, so I can get another wife on welfare. You see what I'm saying? If you want another wife, then you have to support your wives. If you are reliant upon the state to take care of one of your wives, you don't have any business trying to get a second wife. That's what I'm saying. Right? And again, this is the problem, is that we don't talk about these issues with the brothers. The sisters are the victims, and we can call them out their name all we want. And we could point the finger. Oh, she got 5 baby daddies and 10, Where are the baby daddies? Where are these brothers?
Right.
Why did a brother marry her and then 6 months later divorce her and then another one marry her and then because they're passing her around like she's a piece of property? This is a problem.
Let me say, that problem is bigger than what we are talking about.
Oh, of course it is.
The big problem is, well, one of the commandments Allah gave us was to fight until we collect the jizya from the people, and they feel subdued that they don't do nothing but pay the jizya. That's one thing. Taxes supports most of the people here in this country is supported out of taxes. Your companies, your big companies, they all have government contracts, and that's tax money. And all these other, so as Muslims, we don't collect enough taxes. We don't understand how to use public money and how to support our communities, our infrastructures. That's basically. So a brother
we don't have families.
But what I'm saying is, a brother needs support to even establish himself. So when they come up thinking they can do this thing by themselves in a system that holds them like this, that they don't even see the hand that's holding this.
I go back to what I'm saying. So listen, we don't have families, right? We don't have families. What I mean by that, we don't have nuclear families in our communities anymore. We have children that leave their parents that split off from their children. We don't have households, right? So what we need is because the family is the organic structure, right? The family is the organic structure, the cell that everything else builds off of, right? If you don't have that, then you have to make something synthetic. And so we need Alcoholic Anonymous in our masjid. We need Narcotics Anonymous in our masjid. We need the women who have been abused and left in our masjid. We need them to have support groups amongst the women. What about the women who lose infants? And because in the past they would have family members to talk to, women that would coach them through this, heal them, help them. Now they have no one. And they're left. I know a sister, her child died. Her Muslim husband had the audacity to say, "You're not allowed to cry. Muslims, we don't cry."
Well, listen.
Astaghfirullah. No, listen to what. Hold on. Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying.
I've been through all of this that you're talking about.
No, hold on one second.
I want to give you my
So
past experience.
no problem.
About
What I want to say here is that we need support groups for these people. Now, when a brother comes and he needs help up, where's the support group for that as well?
Exactly.
So that's what I'm trying to say is that we have to make synthetic, because we don't have it organically. We need to make synthetic groups to help these different things. And in order to do that, we need people committed to it. In order to have people committed to it, what do you need? The one thing that you need to have somebody committed in the masjid to do any of this. A community. You need people to be here.
Yeah.
Where are the people? Right? Where are the people? And so all of these things in reality...
The people are out trying to make money.
Yeah.
And so that's the broader society is pulling them out like that.